Hey everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. Before we get going on today's really quick and really pretty card, I'm going to just mention a couple of things to you. One, by the time this video has posted, I will have opened registration for my May online class. So there's a lot going on in May. I like to do a lot in the month that we kick off our annual catalog. So next week, which will be the week of May 3rd, which is the first day for our annual catalog, it'll be catalog kickoff week. So the first 3 days that the catalog is live, I'll have extra specials and I'll have some extra added free gifts with purchase. So those will be announced. I'll probably announce them like May 1st. So I'll have that. I have Try It class, which if you go watch these two videos, both of those explain Try It class really well. Right now, as of today, I only have like 5 mailed packets left, about that many. I do keep, I'll probably have about 3 or 4 that I reserve for anybody who signs up to join my team in May, because that's always the best deal. And when the new catalog's here, there's lots of goodies to fill your packet with, your starter kit. So go watch that. If you want those last 5 packets, or if you want to join my team, all of that information will be coming. But if you want a packet, you need to grab it, because they could be gone by the time this video posts, because I'm filming several videos today, and so I don't know what day they'll post and whether or not those will be there. But this I haven't opened yet as of filming, so it will be live. So next week I'll have Try It class will close. This will open. There'll be lots of catalog kickoff specials. Every day next week I'm going to have a video post of new catalog things and new catalog ideas and a catalog walkthrough. I'll have my unboxing video when I get my new stuff. So there'll be so much going on next week. It's going to be a really fun week. So that is the first week in May, and that's when this catalog goes live. If you still need this and you're in the US, I'd be happy to send you one. Just have to shoot me an email and I will take care of that for you. But today, I'm back to the series that I'm doing where I'm filming the tutorials for the projects that we did at my in-person event last week for my stamp camp. So I'm going to use this. It's called the Love and Happiness Bundle. And I don't know that I've actually seen, I don't look at everybody's orders. Sometimes I do, it's not like I'm stalking your orders, but sometimes I'm curious to see what people are getting. And I don't know that I've seen anybody get this. And that doesn't mean that nobody has, but I do like to see what people are getting. And I haven't seen anybody get this, but I will tell you that I ordered it in pre-order, which would have been like in December, maybe November of last year. And this was the first time I'd used it. So it's super cute. If you have weddings or showers, let's see, it's got wedding day, it's got anniversary, it's got engagement, it's got Valentine's. I like this. You're engaged. Here's to love and happiness. It's got something that you make for your husband. Just lots of different kinds of sayings. So it covers like that love gamut. Super cute, but it's a bundle, and it's a bundle that is like the hybrid bundle, they call it. So it's got the stamps, the dies, and then the folder. It's super cute. So we're going to do, it's actually going to be my niece's wedding card, and the one we use at camp will not be it, because, after they've been in the bucket, they kind of go through the ringer. So this fresh one I'm going to make, going to stick it in an envelope, and then hope I remember where it is in October. So it's called Love and Happiness, and here's all of the words. And then it comes with flowers that I'm not using. I just kind of want you to see what it comes with. Then it comes with this heart, which some of the words can go on the heart. It comes with these flowers that I'm not using, this little banner that will do some of the little words, and then the dies that I'm using on today's card. So the colors I'm using, I'm going to use Soft Succulent, and then if you saw my garden greenhouse card earlier in the week, I used the gold. I'm going to use a little snippet of gold on this one. And then this is the rose gold, or the rose that goes with the gold. And then this beautiful mother of pearl paper. And this is in the January to June catalog, and it's part of the, it's supposed to look like shells kind of, but on this it's just going to be beautiful. So the first thing we're going to do is, here's the folder that comes with, and you get dimensionals stuck on everything. So with this, you want to set it in here and you want to kind of center it. So you can see this heart right here. Hopefully you can see it. I know sometimes when I film, it's hard to see. So there's 2 bits you want to line up. You want that to kind of be in the center. So we've got the heart right here centered, and then you can see the line. So if you don't know, with Stampin' Up! Folders, our embossing folders, the side that Stampin' Up! Is on is always considered the top side. So sometimes it doesn't matter like which way the impression like pops up, but this is considered what they consider the right side. Sometimes you may want the flip side. It just kind of depends on the die, but this is what's considered the top. And then they have this line here because if you put this line in, then it's straight. And again, sometimes it doesn't matter. You don't want your bricks on a card crooked. You might not want the bark on a thing crooked. Anytime it's got lines, you don't want those crooked. So you can use this line right here to make sure it's straight. We don't want our heart on our thing crooked. So you just want to make sure that when you put it in here, just line your cardstock up so that line's on here. Now this is one of our thick folders. So all you need when you have one of the thick ones is just the gray plate. This comes with the cut and emboss machine. If you have the old Big Shot, you can just buy that if you want. And when the new catalog comes out, you'll be able to get a new magnetic plate. My husband's so looking forward to that because he does most of the die cutting for our classes, my classes. So now we have, just wait till you see how pretty this is. Well, it's pretty that way, but you can see this dents in. That's why this is the back side. This is not the Stampin' Up! Side, so this dents in, and sometimes you may want that, but this is the right side. And look how pretty that is on that mother of pearl. Isn't that just beautiful? I hope you can see it. It's kind of sunny out today. It's not raining. It's kind of shocking when it's not raining here right now. So we're gonna go back because we're gonna need this in a second, but I'm gonna pull out the dies now so for this card, you have to kind of go back and forth with your plates. So let's pull these plates over. And I'm going to put this on here first. And then here is the heart. So, you know, we had the big one and the little one. So I'm going to use the big one, and it will give the big frame. And there is the smaller one, and you can just cut a smaller one out of there if you want and leave kind of the bigger frame. It just depends on what look you're going for. Or you could do both hearts, and then you would have that frame of color on the inside. So you just want to roll this through once because it is going to take a slight bit of the impression out. So you don't want to go back and forth because you don't need to. Once through, we'll cut it. So now we have this piece, and it has that fun stitching around it. And then we have this piece. Now you can put it in your folder if you want and do them both at the same time, but you just have to be careful that it's in the right spot because you don't want to cut your folder. Shimmer white cardstock. I'm going to do my words on that. I have the leaf. I'm going to do, and this is the gold that comes in that same package as the pink. And then I have a little scrap piece here of the mother of pearl paper. We'll put that there. And we'll run these through. Okay, now I'm going to take my 2 little flowers that I cut out. And I know it's going to be really hard for you to see, I know. There are flowers on here. I'm just going to stick them kind of in the flowers that they match. They'll move a little bit. It's really hard to get them stuck exactly. And they're not completely perfect. I'm sure there are some completely perfect matches on here, but you can see the static right now. The other day it was raining, we had the windows open, and the first time I made it, they stayed a little bit better. But then the heat kicks on and the static comes in, and it's not that big of a deal. You just want to have these so they have a little bit of an impression on them. So you can see they're right there. You could do the leaf as well if you weren't using the gold, but because the gold has its own texture, I'm not bothered if it is just gold metallic. So send these back through, and they'll just match a little bit better so you don't have flat. I should have showed it to you well, I can't. I'll just show you the flat paper. So now you can see they've just added a little bit of texture, and you can see the static on there. But now our flowers have some texture. And if I had kept them, here it is. If you'd kept them flat, it's kind of like that, and it's a little bit too much mother of pearl because the the embossing folder kind of softens that mother of pearl effect. So now we're going to take our words. So there's one that says happy wedding day, and one that says a wonderful marriage is the collection of many happy moments, is the one I used before. But at camp, I let them use whatever they want, and there's different ones on here. So this one says celebrating your anniversary, and this one says happy wedding day. So I'm going to go with happy wedding day. And when you use these, they're really fine letters. So sometimes if you get like really fat letters, you're putting too much ink. So just really, really softly, make sure you have ink on all of it, but you don't want to get, like, you don't want to press too hard. You don't want to get too much ink, especially if you're using one of the colored pads. So you want them to be nice and slim letters, because if you press really hard, you're going to get more ink on there and you're going to make your letters fatter because it's just going to be too much ink, especially if you're using one of the foam ones, and especially if it's a new pad and it's got lots and lots of ink on it. So just be careful, just ink it carefully, and then when you go to press it, don't press hard, don't rock it, just use it very carefully. So this is our soft succulent. And then here is the pink, and you don't need to do anything to this other than adhere it to the back. So just kind of right here in the middle. I just cut it big enough that I knew that it would go behind this. So we've got this here. I'm just going to add adhesive around. And then this will make a fun pink heart there. And then I've got the soft succulent ribbon. This is carrying over, so it will be in the next annual catalog, so it's not retired or anything. I'm just going to do a little tuft of ribbon. And it stays with this little bit of adhesive, but it's not the best stick in the world because one, it's ribbon, and two, it's on this kind of funny stuff here. So I'm going to take my dimensionals. Plus it will help the pink show through a little bit more to have it raised up. And put those there. And then I'll move one over here. And then here's our beautiful heart. This is just so pretty. And you can just use that. You could just run that through and use it. If you were just going to make one of those, you could just make this big of a piece of mother of pearl when you ran it through your folder. You don't have to use the whole entire thing. And let's do our happy wedding day. Just add this name. You could add glue if you want to use glue instead of adhesives. And I may go back and pull this apart, which I can because I'm using this repositionable stuff because I need my card to last till October, because my niece's wedding is not till October. And a lot of times people, if they're going to keep cards, wedding cards, or want to, you know, a keeper card. Not all cards do people keep forever. You know, like your 32nd birthday or something might not be a keeper card, but a wedding card, you know, those often get kept, and we don't want our cards to fall apart. These are the embellishments that we used at camp, the polished dots, and they look beautiful because this pink here is the same color, and you can add the clear. But I want to show you one of the new things that are coming in the catalog. They're called the In Color Opal Rounds, and these are the in colors that are current in color, so not the new ones because those are super bright. So we have the evergreen, the succulent, the polished pink, the fresh freesia, and the papaya. So you can see we can use either polished pink or the succulent, and I'm going to use the succulent. The evergreen would be pretty too. It's a deeper green, but the succulent will match perfectly. So I'm going to pull 3 of the succulent. And the reason we didn't use them at camp, so you can see that really does need that glue on there to hold those on, is because demonstrators, while we can get stuff ahead of time, we can't get mass quantities of it. And so I don't have enough that we could have used them at camp, and I would still have enough left to use things. But if you do my try it class, then you'll get some of these because we use them on everything. So here is this. And the other reason is my niece's wedding colors are kind of soft, succulent, that sage kind of color. So here's this one. Now remember, anytime I like to do these things before my camp instead of after, because they've been pulled apart. You can see this is already moving. But you can, see, I could easily take this apart because it has been pulled apart, because at camp, that's, you know, sometimes they need to see how things were attached or where I put them or how I did it. Did I use a dimensional? Did I use glue? But you could easily pull this apart and then glue it. And this one has the polished dots. Otherwise, it's the same. This one has more one of the sentiments and not just happy wedding day. They both work. This mother of pearl paper and that folder combination is so pretty. So if you know, we go through stages in life where we have weddings and engagements and showers and all that. And then you kind of stop. You know, you can hit a dry spell where you don't go to a wedding for 3 or 4 years. And then all of a sudden you have wedding after wedding after wedding. This is one of those really great stamp sets and the little hybrid bundle there that you could just keep. It's not going to ever go out of style because it's not a style. It's some words and a really pretty floral folder. And you could always then update it with whatever colors are in. And at camp, we discussed the fact that when I go to weddings, I usually find out, you know, the girls now all have the Knot website, or you can usually find out what their colors are. And so when I go to a wedding, I try to make the wedding card in their colors. So it's really easy with Stampin' Up! Because it tends, you know, our in colors are often the colors that the girls are choosing. So just by adding what the color of their wedding is, you wouldn't even have to get, like, when it's back in wedding, you wouldn't have to think, oh, and all my wedding sets look dated. Because you just go with the floral and the color and you're good to go. So there you go. Everybody have a great day, and I'll catch you back here later as we finish up my week of camp projects. Bye.